everyone, how are you today? If we haven't met, my name is Dr. Iyabo. It's so nice to meet you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm a business and lifestyle coach for women. I'm a pediatrician. I'm also a lifestyle blogger. I own my own practice. I'm a 7-figure entrepreneur. I also have 5 other income streams, and I'm an author. My book Permanent Happiness is on Amazon. If you haven't read it, please make sure you go to Amazon and search for Permanent Happiness under Dr. Iyabo. It will come up under my maiden name, which is Ojikutu, but it's still me because I wrote it when I was still single and I hadn't gotten married. So welcome to my YouTube channel. And I'm doing this video again because many people have asked me how I stay looking young at 50, because people never guess 50 for me. Honestly, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not bragging. I say this with all humility. When people ask me how old I am, and I'm like, guess how old I am? And they hear that I have a 23-year-old and a 17-year-old. They're like, there's something. Did you have them when they were young? And my kids are always quick to tell people that our mom didn't have us when we were young. So I am 50 years old. People always say I'm lying, I'm younger, but then nobody ever adds on to their age, right? There's no woman that is going to say, oh, I'm 50 when she's 30 something. Most people don't even guess my age as 40, talk less of 50. The most I've gotten from anyone is like 38 or 39. Most people guess 35. In fact, Zoom wedding pictures, I got all sorts of rude comments from people like, oh, another black woman who's running away with a white man. Of course, most of those comments were from black men who were like, oh, this is another 20-something-year-old black woman who's running, away from, there's some term they use for black women who are dating white men, that, oh yeah, there she goes again. She's found a rich, white, older man. Not knowing, they don't know that I'm 50 and my husband's 57 and I didn't marry him because he's rich. Of course, he's a well-to-do guy, but I also am well-to-do. I had worked for all my money before I met him, but that's life. That's how people make assumptions. But that's a good assumption, right? So I wanted to do this video. I've done a blog on staying youthful and looking young before, but I wanted to do this video just to help people because I know there are a lot of women who ask me what my daily routine is, what I do to stay young and all of that. So I'm going to break it down for you today. So we do have 4 kids. I didn't say that. I have 2 kids. My husband has 2. I have 2 daughters. My husband has 2 sons. So we have 4 kids between us, and we live in Atlanta, Georgia. Because again, some of you ask me that what part of the world am I in? A lot of you assume that I live in England. I don't know, maybe it's because of my accent, but my accent is fully Nigerian, I think. So first things first, right? For you to stay looking young, you have to like to look good. I'm a bit on the vain side, or maybe I'm a lot on the vain side. I've always been called vain since I was young, and that's fine. I admit that I'm vain. I do like to look good. I do like to feel good and feel confident. So it's good to have a little bit of vanity, because if you want to look good, you will make the efforts to look good, right? So how to stay youthful? Again, youthful doesn't mean that you want to look like a 22 or 25-year-old. I mean, fine, if your skin and your body looks like you're 25, that's fine, but you don't want to be dressing like a 20-something-year-old. Anyway, we'll get into it. So, being vain is good. I have a sweet tooth also. My friends who know me from a long time ago always ask me that, Iyabo, how do you stay slim when you have such a sweet tooth? Even though I have a sweet tooth, I know how to manage my sweet tooth. Obviously, if I buy cookies, I'll buy just one and I'll just eat the cookie. I'm not going to buy a whole bag of cookies. And if I buy a whole bag of cookies, it's because everybody else at home wants to share them with me, right? Sometimes my stepsons are here, my daughters are here, and we all want to enjoy cookies. But you're not going to see like sweet cookies in my house all the time on me, because I know I have a sweet tooth. So if I want to have a cookie, I'll have one cookie and I'm done. If I want to have a slice of cake, I'll have a small slice of cake and I'm done. So everything in moderation. So yeah, I'm a confessed sweet tooth. I do love my sweets. I love cookies and cake and ice cream, but I just don't overdo them, right? So let's get into it. The first thing is the food we eat is very responsible for the way we look on the outside, right? We've heard this many times, but it is so true. I'm going to take you into my kitchen after I'm done talking about food, so you can just have a quick sneak peek of what I eat every day, like the common things that I eat every day. So what you eat is going to reflect on your body. If you're eating a lot of carbs and starches and processed foods and fast foods, hamburgers and pizza and all of those foods, you're going to gain a lot of weight, and those foods are just empty calories. So you'll gain weight. You're going to increase with weight gain, you increase the inflammation in your body, and your body just doesn't have the right nutrients to stay looking young and youthful. So you want to eat foods that are good for you. Lots of fresh, again I say it, fresh fruits and veggies. Actually, with veggies, it's okay to have frozen veggies, as long as the veggies don't have all sorts of additions in there. There are some veggies now that have added cream and added salt and all sorts. So make sure it's just frozen veggies. We load our freezer with frozen veggies. At any point in time, you'll find frozen corn, frozen mixed vegetables, frozen peas, collard greens, spinach, kale greens in our freezer. We load our freezer with a lot of frozen vegetables. So frozen veggies are fine. You don't have to feel stressed out as moms, feeling like you always have to have fresh veggies. I'm not a big juice person. We hardly ever drink juice in our house. Once in a while, we will buy lemonade for my stepsons, but honestly, we do not drink fruit juice in this house. We eat fresh veggies. And I also love my grapefruits, so we buy a lot of grapefruits, and my husband uses a juicer to just juice it out for me. And I just love that sour taste of grapefruit juice with a little bit of pulp inside. And grapefruit juice is really good for you. So you are what you eat, okay? You are what you eat. People say fruits and veggies are expensive. Well, if you want to take care of yourself, cut back on some expenses that are unnecessary. Cut back on material things so that you can have enough food, enough money to buy fruits and veggies. I'm also kind of like an 80% pescatarian, which means I eat mostly fish and other seafood. So that's me. I eat chicken once in a while with my family. I rarely ever eat red meat, and if I eat it, I'm just gonna have a little taste and I'm done. So 80% of my meat comes from fish. I love salmon, I love halibut, I love tuna, and then I love crabs, lobster. I love all those other shellfish. So I'm mostly a pescatarian. So try to cook most of your foods at home, especially now with the pandemic. We can't even go anywhere. So cook healthy meals with your family. Clean out your pantry, clean out your refrigerator. So that is me. I'm going to take you to my kitchen in a second and just show you like a quick sneak peek of the kinds of foods I eat. So lots of fruits, lots of veggies. I don't eat that much rice. For my Nigerian and African friends, I have cut back on rice for over 15 years now. I replace my rice with peas and with mixed vegetables. That's what I do. So when I cook stew, or I cook what we call mixed greens, a Nigerian food, I will steam fresh veggies like peas or mixed veg, and that's what I substitute as my rice. Once in a while, I'll substitute with brown rice. That's once in a while. I don't even eat brown rice that much. And then often I'll eat quinoa or farro as my rice, and I'll just use that to eat with my stew. So, because when I was eating rice, I had gone from a size 4 to like a size 10. That was when I was still in New York in residency, and I was just eating badly and working long hours. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but this has to stop. So yeah, so just watch what you eat. So that's my diet. I'm kind of a pescatarian. I eat lots of fruits and veggies. I eat healthy grains, and I'll take you to my kitchen in a second to look. A lot of us also drink our calories. For me, I drink water. Right here beside me as I'm doing this video, I have 2 big cups, and these 2 big cups are full of green tea. You see how big this one is? It's full of green tea. This is another one, it's green tea. This cup is actually from my friend, Dr. Entry MD, Dr. Una. She sent it to me as a gift. So Dr. Una, I'm using your cup. Yeah, so I drink water. When I first wake up in the morning, I guzzle down 8 ounces of room temperature water. So when I come up to bed, I always bring water up with me, so that as soon as I wake up in the morning, before I get up, I sit up and I drink my 8 ounces of water. Then I go downstairs and I make what I call my turmeric milk. I heat up about 8 ounces, or is this 6 ounces of unsweetened almond milk. I don't drink cow's milk. I drink unsweetened almond milk. I heat it up in the microwave for about 2-3 minutes until it's hot. I add 1 teaspoon of turmeric and I drink that. And then I'll probably have 1 banana or maybe a small cup of Greek yogurt, and that's my breakfast. So you know, so those are the kind of foods I eat. Going back to my drinks: water, green tea, 1 cup of almond milk. Once in a while, like twice a week, so 0 to 2 times a week, I will have a small glass of red wine with my husband. I don't drink every day, I do not, but I do drink occasionally, and I limit it to 1 glass, and it's usually red. I will have white wine once in a while, but I prefer my red wines, and that I drink only like twice, at the most 3 times a week. And I just have a small glass. I don't know, that's probably like 3 ounces or 4 ounces. I don't know how big it is. So that's all I drink. In fact, I stopped drinking coffee also a while ago because I'm very sensitive to caffeine. Caffeine sometimes just makes me, like, you know, very tremulous, even the decaf. So I completely stopped, especially when I started with my hot flashes. So if you're a woman who's going through menopause and you're having really bad hot flashes, you may want to cut out alcohol and cut out coffee, even decaf, because those make the hot flashes worse. So that's what I drink. I don't drink any sodas, even diet soda, I don't drink them. Oh yes, I forgot, I do drink green smoothies as well. I make smoothies at home. I put a lot of kale, spinach, apples, pears, flaxseed, chia seed, and that's a meal. So again, I want to remind you guys, a smoothie is a meal. A smoothie isn't just a snack. If you have a big breakfast and then you go ahead and drink a smoothie on top of that, you will gain weight. So be careful of those. And then I bought my green powder drink from my coaching client, Dr. Okay. It's a really good green powder. When I go into my kitchen, I'll show it to you. I drink that once a day now as well. And then I try, again, this is not every day because it's hard sometimes. And we have early dinner in our household, but sometimes my husband wants to wait till like 7 or 8 to eat, and my daughter as well. But I prefer to have my dinner at 6 p.m. I like eating early dinner, and after dinner I still make sure I take some steps around the house, or I step out to take some steps. So that's the food. We have to be very vigilant and mindful of the food we eat. So part of why I look young is because I'm vain. I like to look good, because also of the food I eat. I'm mindful of the food. Not that I don't eat any sweets, but I may have a cookie once every few days. I may share a chocolate bar with my husband once every few days. I may have a small cup of ice cream once every few days. I don't eat sweets every day, but I will give myself a treat a few days a week, not every day. And it's small. I don't indulge in those things. Yes, hello everyone. So yes, talking about food, I really wanted to bring you into my kitchen. And honestly, I didn't plan this. This was just, I thought, okay, I'm doing a video about how to look young and youthful, tips for being youthful, looking 35 or 50. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go around my kitchen and put some things together that I eat on most days, not every day, but on most days I have this. So we talked about drinks, right? So again, I just wanted to show you water. I drink water all through the day, and then I drink all sorts of hot green tea all through the day. In fact, all sorts of herbal teas. This is just half of my collection. I didn't bring everything out. So this one is ginger peach longevity tea. This one is lean green. And this is organic turmeric ginger, and this is honey ginseng green tea. And then hibiscus, which I don't drink that much anymore, but once in a while I kind of get into the mood for hibiscus. I have dandelion as well. I didn't bring that out. And then of course, you know, good old just peppermint tea. And what's the one over here? Then I have my ginger peach green tea. So honestly, these are my staple drinks. And then occasionally I will have a green smoothie. So in my smoothie, I put a variety of things. I put a lot of kale and spinach, and I also love to put flaxseed and chia seeds, and I also put maca powder in there, and I often will add either an apple or a pear into my what's it called, into my green smoothie. And usually when I have my smoothie, that's a meal. So be careful, drinking smoothies as snacks, because sometimes they do have a lot of calories. Sometimes I will add dates into my smoothie as well, and at times that could add up the calories. So I drink a lot of water, I drink a lot of green tea, and I also drink green smoothies. And lately I've been drinking my green tea, my green powder drink, which my coaching client Dr. Oke actually innovated herself. She's a doctor of pharmacy, and she actually created this herself. So I'll put the link in my YouTube description, and you can actually visit her page on Instagram if you're interested in it. But I've been drinking this for about 4 to 6 weeks, and honestly, I feel like it's added a lot of energy to my day. And I'm going to have water since my throat is a little scratchy. And I have a banana almost every day. I love bananas. In the morning, I drink a lot of water first thing in the morning. I always have water on my bedside table. When I wake up first thing in the morning, I drink about 8 ounces of water. That's the first thing that goes down into me. And then I come to the kitchen, and then I make my turmeric, what I call my turmeric milk, because I'll heat up one teacup about this size. Where's my tea? I made a cup of tea. I'm not sure where I put it. So usually I would make just about a 6-ounce mug of almond milk. I would heat it up, and then I'll add 1 teaspoon of turmeric. So after my milk, I drink after my water, I drink my turmeric tea. Then I eat at least 1 banana a day. I eat at least 1 apple a day. I love apples as well. Grapefruit juice is my favorite juice, and we have a juicer, so my husband will often make 2 grapefruit juices for me, and I just love to drink grapefruit juice. I don't have this every day. I'll have it maybe 3 times a week or so. So I really just wanted to show you what I had in my kitchen today. And then in the freezer, we always have frozen veggies. There's nothing wrong with frozen veggies. Your veggies don't always have to be fresh. So this is a bag of frozen organic green peas, right? We love green peas in this house. And quite often, I'm Nigerian, quite often my Nigerian friends, I'm sure you're watching this, I replace rice with my mixed veggies or my green peas. Some of my old-time friends know that I do this. So rather than having that big load of carbs, I'll just have green peas with Nigerian stew. Sometimes I'll even have this with efo, which is a lot of fiber. And then we always have green veggies in the freezer. We have spinach and kale, collard greens in the freezer. So, and then I love blueberries. I forgot to show you. So these are my 4 favorite fruits. I love grapefruit juice, apples, bananas, and blueberries. I eat blueberries every single day. I love blueberries. I'm not a big fan of strawberries, but I do love blueberries. I try to eat these healthy grains. I don't eat them as often as I should. Honestly, out of all the healthy grains like quinoa and all those, I love farro the best. Farro, honestly, I just love the consistency. It kind of tastes like brown rice, but these are very healthy because they have a lot of fiber and iron. I don't eat them as often as I should, but this year I want to go back to eating them a lot more. I had a phase last year that I was eating them much more, but I kind of, did stopped, and then I went into peas and mixed vegetables. So I just wanted to give you a snapshot of what I kind of eat every day, and I eat a lot of seafood as well, fish and shrimp and all of that. Chicken once in a while. I'm not a big red meat person. So yeah, I wanted to just give you a few minutes in my kitchen and just give you a quick snapshot of some of the foods that I eat. And these are really good anti-inflammatory and anti-aging foods. I have my flaxseed and my maca powder and chia seeds in the fridge. I didn't bring those out, but those also come in bags like this. Going into the obvious one. If you want to stay looking young, guys, you already know what I'm about to say. You have to exercise. You have to exercise. Yes, I know food contributes to 80% of weight gain and obesity. That is correct. But exercise is a very good anti-aging tool. If you exercise every day, I know people say exercise 3 to 4 times a week. I move my body every day. I exercise every day. If you look at my pedometer, I take an average of 8 to 10,000 steps every day. There's even some days I do 15,000 steps. And now with the pandemic, I walk outside sometimes with my mask on. Sometimes I just walk around the house. We have 3 levels, so I'll just walk up and down, up and down, up and down, and I get all my steps in. So honestly, I move every single day. And I think that and I've been exercising for years. My friends who know me, I've been very, very diligent about exercise. I've been exercising, I don't know, a lot since my 20s. So you have to move your body. And I've done a variety of exercises, before the pandemic. Sometimes I get into yoga. Sometimes I do Pilates a lot. I love bar. I still do a lot of bar. So right now, my fitness routine is I take 8 to 10,000 steps a day. And I also work out with my virtual fitness trainer, Erica, 2 to 3 times a week. I try to do it 3 times a week every week. Some weeks I get lazy and I just do it twice a week, but that really helps me. And those are like 45-minute to 1-hour classes. So aside from daily steps, which 8 to 10,000 steps is about 4 to 5 miles every day. So really I walk about 4 to 5 miles every day. And I also do my virtual fitness training where we do weights and even more cardio, jumping jacks, planks, lunges, all of that with Erica. So if you want to stay looking young, you cannot be a couch potato. You have to get up and exercise every single day. It's very, very important. Also show the and then back to me.
Good. Go 4 more times. 3 more. 2. Take it to a pulse. Down low. A little tiny pulse. Good. Step your right leg.
To do that. The power just went out. Well, but I guess my video is still okay. I'm not sure why the power is going out in Atlanta. But yeah, so food and exercise are the main ones. Those are the big ones that we all know. And if you want to look young again, you have to be careful of piling on the weight, because weight will age you from inside out. Like I said in the reel I did the other day, it causes inflammation in your body, it causes all these diseases that we already know. I don't want to go into all of that. But if you want to stay looking young and youthful, it's good for you to keep your weight down at a healthy body mass index. Then I take care of my skin. I do. I think I've shown you my morning skincare routine. I'm going to make sure that that video comes up at the end of this one, so you can go right into watching that. So I'm not going to give too much details. I still have to do my nighttime routine. So yeah. So I'm sorry, that's my husband calling. I still have to do my nighttime routine video. So yeah, but I'll show you my morning video after this one. But I take care of my skin. I use eye cream, I use sunscreen every single day, even if I'm staying at home. Because if you have windows, your skin is still exposed to the sun. And if you're a black woman, black man, you still have to use sunscreen. Absolutely. I've been using sunscreen for years, since my 20s. So sunscreen is very important, and I use all those products on my face as well. And everything I use on my face, I also use on my neck, because the neck will really start to show your age at some point. So everything you put on your face, the serums, the anti-wrinkle cream, the sunscreen has to go on your neck as well. Again, I'll make sure you watch that video next. So sunscreen is very important. Sleep, 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 sleep. That is so key. If you're sleeping right now less than 8 hours, I don't even say 7 hours, honestly. If you're sleeping, I know many people say 7 is okay, but for me, I try every night. I try doesn't mean it happens every night. Some nights I sleep 7 hours, but I really try to sleep a minimum of 8 hours, and I go to bed at a godly hour. I call it a godly hour. I go to bed by 9:30, 10. My husband and I come to bed together. I'm glad that I married somebody that we have the same sleep routines. He likes to go to bed at a godly hour too. We have dinner, we watch Netflix, and we both come up around 9:30 to 10, at the latest 10:30, and we're in bed. So we sleep 8 hours. We both do. We're very, very cognizant of our sleep. If you don't sleep well, folks, you're going to age. Okay, I hope you heard me. You're either going to start gaining weight. It's actually, obesity has been linked to insomnia. A lot of women are not sleeping well, and this is why when they wake up, they're still feeling tired and lethargic, and then they start to crave carbs and all these other unhealthy foods to keep them alert and vigilant. I know that that's the case, because some days if I don't sleep well, that's when I start craving rice, so I start craving cake and alcohol and all of those things. So sleep is very important. You need to reorganize your schedule so that you can start having quality sleep. And singles, when you're dating a guy, that's something you have to consider. You have to consider what kind of sleeping pattern does he have. If you like going to bed at 9 or 10 and you have a husband who likes going to bed at 2 a.m., I'm not sure, a boyfriend, I'm not sure how that's going to work out, because that's another topic for another day. It's very important for the sanctity of your marriage and for you to bond really well that you go to bed at the same time. So I go to bed around 10, I wake up between 6 to 7. So sleep is very, very important. Another thing is, I'm talking about a lot of the physical things now. The way you carry yourself is super important, right? I was going to look up that saying about the Pilates guy. There's a quote that he has, that the age of your spine determines how old you are. I don't remember. You guys can look it up. You can Google the quotes by Pilates about the spine. So, your gait has to be good. You have to be able to stand up straight. If you start bending over or slouching over and all that, that ages you. There's some people that as they start to get older, there's some people that as they start to get older, they start slouching and they just have really bad gait. So just make sure that you have really, really good posture and you carry yourself well. If you know you can walk well in high heels, it's not a must for you to wear high heels, right? So if you know that it's sneakers and flat shoes that are good for you, but the way you walk is very important. It's also very important to maintain your flexibility. Every morning I try to touch my toes. Actually, not try, I can touch my toes easily. So the more flexible you are, the more youthful you'll be. If you've gained so much weight and you're just rigid and all your joints ache and you can't even bend over, then you're aging. So it's very important that you start to lose weight so you can be more flexible, because the more flexible your spine is, the more youthful you'll be. So gait is very important. And then some people just like to carry themselves as if they're old. My African sisters, right? Some people, by the time they turn 30 or 35, they just feel like they're too old. They just walk in that slow motion. Like, oh yeah, I'm old. I'm older than all of you. There's so many women that I meet that are in their 30s and 40s. And they just look at me. I can tell the way they look at me as if, oh, this kid, I'm sure we're older than her. And then when they finally hear my age, they're like, oh my goodness, she's older than us. So because I'm just very youthful, I don't carry myself like some old woman. I just, I like to dress fun. I still wear dresses that are above the knee because I love my legs. So, the way you carry yourself, the kind of clothes you wear, the way you wear your hair also determines how youthful you are. So if you're starting to talk old and feeling like you're old and all that. You will be old. So just stay nice and bubbly and vibrant and youthful. I'm not saying you should change your character. I'm still very classy and sophisticated, but I also like to dress fun and I like to dress in a youthful way, right? And if you know you're not really good with picking out clothes for yourself, hire a stylist, or get help with choosing out clothes that won't age you. So these are all the things that we can see, right? Diet, food, drinking, being vain, skin products, sleeping. Now there's the intangible things, the unseen things, our mind and our soul and our hearts. You know that proverb in the Bible, right? I think it's Proverbs 4:23. I wrote it down. Above all, guard your heart, for out of the heart flows the wellspring of life. So this one's really important. And you guys, I post about it all the time. You have to fill your heart with love, with kindness, with peace, with forgiveness. You have to wish everybody well. If you're somebody who carries malice and envy and hate and jealousy in your heart, that will also age you. It will cause inflammation in your body. Stress hormones will go haywire in your body. You'll have heart disease and diabetes and uncontrolled high blood pressure, all of that. So just wish everybody well. You guys know the 9 fruits of the Spirit, right? Even if you're not Christian, if you're watching this and you're Muslim or Hindu or Buddhist, you can look up the fruits of the Spirit. Or if you have my book, you probably know what I'm talking about, because I talk about the fruits of the Spirit a lot in my book, Permanent Happiness. And again, if you haven't bought my book, make sure you buy it. So just make sure that your heart is your wellspring of life. Don't be competitive, don't be envious, don't be hateful. Just be good and be kind and be loving to everybody and pray for healing for the world. Just be a good person. Honestly, for me, I think that's probably the most important thing why people think I'm 35. Because if I could make every woman successful in the world and just have everybody do well, that's just my goal. I'm a very easygoing person. I don't keep malice. If there's something you've done to hurt me, I will let you know. I don't keep malice. I will leave my friends who've known me for a long time know me. If you've offended me and you're my close friend or a friend that is quite close to me, I'll let you know and then I'm done with it. I don't walk around with anger or jealousy or all of those things. Yes, I may get angry, but I don't stay angry. Everybody does get angry at some point. And then I'm not a warrior. I'm a doer. That's another thing. A lot of women are warriors. Rather than for them to go out and execute, they go into analysis paralysis. They don't know what to do with their plans. They worry, fret, and it ages them. So I'm a doer. I'm also a forever optimist. I'm always thinking the best of things. So that part actually, I think, is really, really important. The part of the condition of your heart and also the weight you carry. I think, excuse me, those are the 2 really important parts I think because I've been able to keep my weight down. I've always been a size 4. Long ago, many years ago, I was a size 6. But now I'm an American 4 and I've been a 4 for many years. That's why I said when I was in residency, I was creeping up to a size 8 and a size 10. And I was like, oh my goodness. But I've stayed a size 4 for a really long time. So I think it's because I don't carry too much weight and also because my heart is just clean and I just want love and success for everyone. So be mindful of those. Another thing is vitamins. I do take a few vitamins every day. I think I've said this on another post. I take my women's multivitamins that has added iron. I take my fish oil capsule. I take a garlic tablet. I started taking vitamin D3 at the advice of my coaching client, Dr. Oke. So Dr. Oke, thank you for all the lovely things you've added to my health routine. I take CoQ10 and I also take biotin. So I do take a few vitamins. So vitamins are important because some of us women have heavy periods and then we get anemic and all of that. So decide the vitamins you want to take for yourself. And then I'm going to end this video with the big discussion, plastic surgery or no plastic surgery and all of that. I haven't had any plastic surgery. I have not. There was a time I was considering doing a boob job. That was about 5 to 7 years ago. But when I heard all the complications and this, and you may lose sensation in your nipples, I'm like, that's fine. My boobs can be like slippers. I'll just wear my underwire bra. I'm very confident of my body. I'm a very super confident person when it comes to my body. So that's the only thing I've considered, but I've actually just taken that out of my plans. I don't even want it. So I'm not trying to put down plastic surgery, but I haven't had any plastic surgery. I just eat right, I think right, I drink right, I sleep well, I use my sunscreen, I take my vitamins, and I just take care of myself, really. I keep my weight down. Like I said, that's really important. So some people want to have a boob job. They want to add butts to their butts. I'm like, why would I want to add a butt to my butts when I'm always wanting to do butt exercises? I want to keep my rear end, quite firm, and so that it doesn't drop. So what's the point of then adding on this? So if you're a plastic surgery person, all due respect, that's fine. All the Botox and nose jobs and this job and that job, I don't believe in all those, but I do respect the people who like them. Be careful though that you don't get addicted to plastic surgery, because if many people will go in to just get a little liposuction and then it goes haywire from there. Liposuction will become boob job, nose job, this job, that job. It's a lot, but every man to his own. But I thank you guys for thinking that I look young, but I have stayed looking young the natural way. And I think exercise has really helped me. Exercise is wonderful, but I hope that all these tips did help you. I hope the clips with me working out and the clip in the kitchen that I showed you also helped. If there's any other topics you want me to talk about, I do have some topics I'm working on, but I'll also take suggestions or requests. So if there's any YouTube video you'd like me to do, go ahead and please ask me in the comments, and please make sure you post the comments. Like I said, it's fine to go to Instagram to post a comment, but you're watching the video on YouTube. So you should please, if you love this video and it was helpful, please like it and please post a comment below. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, because I know you will be subscribing if you haven't subscribed yet. And I hope you'll share my channel with your friends. Let them know that I have a lot of topics ranging from your money to your honey and all of that good stuff, and all the lifestyle topics in between. So this is a one-stop channel for you, where you can learn how to make money, how to date right, how to have a good marriage, and how to take care of yourself. So don't keep the fun to yourself. Make sure you share my channel with your friends, and please stay on, because now the video about my morning skincare routine is coming up. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to like and comment, and I will see you soon with another video, because I will be releasing 2 to 3 videos every week. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.